What is the best warm-up routine out there to get you ready for Premiere or Face It? Is it the simple Aim Botz and Deathmatch routine, or is it more complex? Does it make sense to download specific maps to train specific skills, or is it even worth it to spend some money on services like Refrag? Let's find out together. So what I've done, I've purchased myself a subscription to Refrag so I can test it out for a month and give you an honest opinion on it. But before we get into that, let's actually look at the simplest one, and that's a simple combo of Aim Botz and Deathmatch. And this combo is super effective and very simple. The first round is focused on training your muscle memory, getting your movement up to speed so you can do the one taps. And then once you're warmed up, you jump into a deathmatch server where you're practicing against players and not bots, which is a good thing since bots are pre-programmed to move a specific way, and here you can actually train your skills against real players. However, there are some downsides here. On the one hand, you're only focusing on specific stuff. The first one would be tapping heads. At deathmatch, you are not going to really focus on pre-fires or any other skill. You're mostly going to be focused on that combat side. Then if you want to step it up, you have specific custom maps that you can download, and the workshop is full of them. You want to become better at your spray control, there is a map for that. You want to learn pre-fires, there is a map for that. You want to become better at movement, there are maps for that. I'm going to put them up on screen so you can see all of them. However, there are multiple maps that will focus on a specific thing you want to practice on, and overall it will give you much more input than a normal deathmatch game would give you in those scenarios. And on top of that, everything is free. So now let's get to the real thing about this video. Is it worth it to spend money on Refrag? Let's quickly give you a rundown of how I trained for a month. I started off with just using the coach warm-up routines. You can select how long you want to play, and you get a link to a private server, and once you join, you're going to go through a specific routine set up by the system, and over the set time you are going to be doing specific tasks. You're going to start off with warming up your aim, and then you're going to be moving on to specific tasks, for example like crossfire, pre-fire, your clutching, or other stuff, and these bots will dynamically adjust to your skill level. And on top of that, the bot will learn what you will need to improve on and will therefore adjust your warm-up routine to compensate for those lacking skills so you can improve them. And after 2 weeks, I jumped into the routine section, and here for me I found very interesting stuff. For example, you can play specific warm-up routines from pros, and for the last 1.5 to 2 weeks I've been playing with Twisted's warm-up routine, which is longer than the normal standard warm-up routine of 15 minutes. However, I found it very effective. I especially enjoyed the defender category since even though it is very hard sometimes, I found it very effective since I was fighting multiple enemies, working against flashbangs and molotovs and